Hello, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to my Tips and Tricks Thursday. My name is Lucia Visentin and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. Hope you've all had a good week. As you hop on, do say that you're here. If you're new, let me know where you're from. Would love to know. Getting myself sorted. I hope people have been taking advantage, well I know some people have been, taking advantage of the join offer at the moment. We have an absolutely amazing join offer for Stampin' Up at the moment. So $60 to join and $235 worth of product. So I've had some beautiful people join my team in the last couple of weeks, which has been just wonderful. So we will be doing some get-togethers soon, which will be great. And a few of them are from Melbourne, so that will be even better because we can do it in person. But we also do Zoom for those that aren't close by as well. Now today, there are two offers, sorry, and the other one is $169. And I don't have, here we go. The other one was, $169 and you get $344 worth of product, so there are two join offers, different amounts that you can join for. Today I'm going to use something for my tips and tricks that I always talk about and I always forget to use. So I don't often show people how to use it, and I really do apologise for that because it is something that completely slips my mind every time I am crafting. And it's funny because if I'm crafting in bulk, I remember it. But when I'm just doing single cards, it is something I forget all the time. And it is the adhesive sheets. And the adhesive sheets just make things so much easier. So if you are doing especially die cuts, and they're little fiddly die cuts that are really hard to glue down, adhesive sheets are definitely the way to go. So I will turn you around and I can show you exactly how to use them. So let us get a little organised here. We'll stay pretty close, I think, for this one as well. So these are adhesive sheets. So adhesive sheets, I didn't get an order number actually, I'll put that in the comments. Adhesive sheets are $20.25 and you do actually get 12 sheets. So there is a fair few in a packet as well. The sheets are 15.2 centimetres by 30.5 centimetres. So two of these sheets together would cover a whole sheet of designer series paper. So 30.5 by 30.5 is what it will cover all up. They are also acid free. So for anyone scrapbooking, brilliant, because it's not going to affect anything that you're doing there as well. So let's get out a sheet. Now as you can see, I'm really frugal. I keep all the little bits and pieces that I still have hanging around. I don't, because if I've got little leaves and things, I can still pop it there as well. So with the adhesive sheets, there is one side that's not perforated, but has joins down it. So that's the side that you actually want to lift up. Okay, I might do it at this end actually because I'm thinking that's going to fit pretty much perfectly on there. So let's take this side off and this side off. And what I'm going to do, and you always want to stick the wrong side down. Not that it matters so much with plain cardstock, but if you are using designer series paper, you'd want to make sure that you stick your wrong side down to the adhesive. So we'll pop that there. I just fold everything back up again so then I can cut it off to exactly where I'm using it. So like I said, no waste at all in this part at least. I am saving everything. Now if I am putting it through, I've just got a little bit of adhesive there, which is easy enough. I do have an adhesive rubber, so I can just take that off nice and easily there. If I've got some little bits coming off the edges, I do like to trim that off because you don't want to get adhesive on the plates of your cut and emboss machine. So do cut any of those little side bits off as well. And I will also do this little gold piece too. So let's pull that back and pull that back. And again, the wrong side, because obviously you don't want to stick your right side down, because you won't be cutting the right thing out then. So, and like I said, this is how I just save all my little bits. So we cut along there, and then we cut up this way as well. So like I said, I've still got those bits left, so that I will still pop straight back in to my packet, because like I said, I do use every last skerrick of this stuff up. So those bits can come off now, and I don't think I had any. I've probably got just a tiny bit showing here and a tiny bit showing there. Good afternoon, Joan. How are you? I was just saying I'm using adhesive sheets because it is something, like I was saying, it's something I always talk about, and it's something I always forget to use. Oh, shocking. So get all our plates out. So the die I'm using is quite a little intricate one, and it is from the Charming Day dies, and this is just the leaf that comes with it. Okay, so we'll grab our mini cut and emboss. Good afternoon, Natalie, how are you? Just saying, this is for all the times I forget to use it, so that you can actually see how to use it. So when I am popping something like this through the cut and emboss machine, I do go through a few times, because you've got to remember it is now a little bit thicker than what the cardstock would generally be, because you have got the sticker bit there, and you've got the backing as well. So I would go through once, twice, go up and back again. Yeah, like I said, mine lives in the drawer, and like I said, as soon as things live in a drawer, they're kind of, it's really bad, but they do get forgotten, I must admit. I would also keep this little piece, because if I'm cutting out leaves and things, and I know it sounds silly, but I would use that little corner there still as well, and this other bit I'll be able to use for another lot of leaves too. Take your pick tool, comes in handy as well. So all of those little holes on the back of your die, I just pop my take your pick tool through all of those. The other thing you can use is the brush tip from your take your pick tool as well, which would probably be a better thing to be using, but that does pop out quite easily. So I will go through, and we will do the gold bit as well, because I do want to show you something else that you can do with this as well once you've got them both cut out. So bring back our cut and emboss machine, pop that through, and like I said, go through. Now also the other thing with your cut and emboss machine, the slower you go, the better it will cut too, because you're actually leaving that die and paper under that pressure for a bit longer. I know a lot of us tend to go really quite quickly, and I know I do as well. I'm always like that. But the slower you go, the longer it stays under the pressure, and the better it will cut as well. So just pop those out of the way. Pop those aside. And actually, let me find, I'm probably not going to be able to find it quickly now though. It's not that one. It's not that one. No, I don't think I will be able to find it quickly. These are all my kits. Somewhere I do have, actually, I can see it from here. It has gone all the way back to my shelf. So the other way you can do this is, I do have my little kit box with my little foam mat and my little tool here, which is the brush. So I'm just going to pop my tip on my pointy end. We can unscrew the putty end, and then you can actually screw in the brush tip. So what we can now do is pop that down, and what this should do is those little brush ends should get into all of those little holes, and we should be able to do the same thing. Should, like I said, I do find it easier with my Take Your Pick tool. Let me see if that's made it, but it has made it easier because all those little bits do pop out. Easier. The brush tool is really good when you've got a die that's got lots of little bits that fall out of it. This does take them out really nicely. So let's pop that there. Sorry, I'm just going to undo my brush and put it back in the box. So I leave that in the box there all the time, so then all the little bits just fall into the box, and then I can just empty that out so I don't end up with a big mess all over my desk as well. So that does come in handy. So again, we'll take our Take Your Pick tool, and I will need to take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. So what we need to do now is just take that backing off of it. So we've just got to get between the back and the gold, and that will just all peel off. Just like that. Okay, sorry, glasses back on now. So what I was thinking of doing with this, oh, do you know what? I've taken it off the wrong one. Let's see if I can do this. Because what I wanted to do was have the gold showing a little bit. So let's just, don't know whether it'll, we're not going to get it on exactly. That's okay, just as long as it's not too sticky. Oh my gosh, that was a bit silly. So what I wanted to do was take the backing off the white. So I'll get that in there. Pull that off. Like so. And then I was going to stick this on top of the gold, but so then I've got some of the gold showing through. So just so that you've got that kind of thing happening, and you've got the gold poking through. And that's a good way of doing that, because then they all stick, those two bits are stuck together, but that's okay, we can undo those. But then if you put that on something like, say that, I'm not going to stick it right down because I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with this. I have another two cut out here, which I had forgotten to put the adhesive behind, but you could pop that way and perhaps put a sentiment in the middle, and then do probably a little bit of the black and gold twine or something. But that is your adhesive strips. So they are super easy to use. And like I said, for doing something like that, so that you can pop one on the other and have those little bits showing, is a nice idea as well. But that is then going to stick. So what you've got to remember is that will stick flat now. So if you're wanting dimensionals on that, I wouldn't put the adhesive sheet behind the gold, and then you could actually pop it up a little bit, but I'm not going to mind that sticking flat onto that as well. So that's kind of it for today, just a really quick, and like I said, it's something that I always talk about, and I know Anita mentions it too, and it's something I always forget to use. Whilst I've got this out though, this is the suite that I will be using for my next class. So my next class is on the 21st of November. Registrations will be closing soon though, because I do want to get it out before I head off at the beginning of November. John and I are heading away, so I do want to get kits out and to you so that they'll be with you by the time, because I just get back a little bit before the 21st of November, so you'll have them there. So if you are wanting to do the class, let me know, and I can send a kit out to you, regular price $45, and that's posted, and that includes the class PDF, the kit as well, and access to our online group on Facebook as well, where we do the classes. So thank you everyone. I will be back on again tomorrow, not so much on Facebook. I will do it on YouTube, and I still will be doing the 12 days of crafting advent calendar. So opening door number 3, and we'll have made something with the beautiful, I won't say what it was for those people that are, but with the beautiful products that were in door number 2. So thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch up with you tomorrow, hopefully. Thanks a lot. Bye.